Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Master Grade video review, and this time I'll be taking a look at the next kit in the line of Gundam Wing kits that I have, and that would be the Sandrock from Gundam Wing, the version EW, just like all the other Master Grades. Now, as you can see here, we do have a very nice representation of the Sandrock, once again, in Endless Waltz style, Katoki Hajime styling instead of the TV show Okawara design. And I really do like this design. It is very nice. I do like all the extra decals going on, especially these ones here on the shoulders. Once again, well, I don't have the model number stamp on the kit. It's on the shield, so when I show that off, I'll show off that decal. But we do have some nice detail going on. I really do like the head on this kit. Really nice head. The cowl doesn't come all the way over the top of the head, so the eyes do kind of show off a little bit better there. And the head camera, really itty bitty camera right there. And over here again in the back. Also a pretty decent backpack too, with the arms coming off for the heat Shotels that we'll show off later. And real quick, we can open up the cockpit, as you may already well know with these Master Grades by now. And it's dark in there, but bring out the LED light and we can get we can see Quattro sitting in there all nice and cozy. There we go. So yep, just bring it up here, and there you can see Quattro sitting in there. So, very nice, very easy cockpit hatch to get open. All the wing kits seem to have pretty easy cockpit hatches to open up for the most part. So, there is details. Also, just overall very nice detailing going on with this kit, and some nice big blocky panels. Not very much in terms of inner frame peeking through. Not as much in the ankles and knees as what the Death Scythe and the Heavy Arms have showing, because it's just got a little bit extra armor in there. And that's what this kit is, or that's what this mobile suit is built for. It's built for desert terrains and Arctic terrains and stuff like that, so it's built so stuff won't get in the joints as easily, like sand or snow or ice or whatever. So it's built to be a little bit more durable in those kind of unfavorable weather conditions. So it just makes sense that there's kind of just some chunkier armor in certain areas. And for posability wise, head is on a ball joint at the top of the neck. You look any which way, and then it also does hinge forward and backwards. The joint got a little frozen there on me. And with these guards in the way and the neck guard going on the helmet, it does kind of hamper some of the posability in the head. But it's not too bad. Shoulders, they do go forward a little ways. Oops. Not too far forward, and these little latches do like to slide down and open all the time, and so far on this kit they do serve no purpose, but when and if we get the Sandrock Kai for Endless Waltz, that's where the cloak will attach, is into the shoulder pads. So at least they were thinking far enough ahead to make sure that happens. And shoulders do rotate, and they do come out, and there is a bicep swivel right there, and then this little flap does pull out to get out of the way, and it does work on both sides. And double jointed elbow, get almost a 90-degree bend out of there, not a full realized or 180-degree bend. And ball joint in the wrist, with the wrist guard coming out of the arm to kind of keep it closed up and not be all clunky looking. Like with every wing kit, aside from the Wing Zero version EW and the Wing Gundam version EW and version Ka, we get the hands with the swappable fingers. So the thumb is on a ball joint, so it can go any which way you want it to, and then the fingers you just pop off and replace. Oh, excuse me a second. Sorry, a second, but torso articulation. There's a ball joint in the top and bottom right here, so it does get fairly nice bend. Not too much because of the chunkiness of the armor in the area, but overall not too bad. And the ball joint here in the waist for, or the bottom of the torso acts for the waist rotation. And sides, or the skirt armor does get up out of the way pretty nicely, considering how chunky it is. And universal joint in the thigh, or in the hip, swings backward and forward, comes out, and then we do have a thigh swivel. We get a bend in the knee, which is almost 180 degree bend. Very nice, and as you can see there, the armor does separate in the knee to kind of keep the front of the knee hidden a little bit better when it does bend out. Ball joint in the top and bottom of the ankle, and really nice amount of movement that we do get in there. And the foot can bend down. So that's that for posability. Sandrock has, even though it's got a little bit more of a chunkier design to it, it does have quite a lot of posability in it, which is really nice considering its armaments. And real quick, before we get into the weapons, of course, we're going to go ahead and show them off in a size comparison. Here, real quick, we can go ahead and show him off with the original Gundam. And as you can see, it's kind of the standard with Wing is that the mobile suits are going to be a little bit smaller than the standard 18-meter Gundam would be. So, but it does translate really well in the model kits, being the 1:100 scale. And show him up next to the Wing Gundam Proto Zero. Looking really nice, and I'll show him up next to his other companions later on. Real quick, we'll go into the weapons and accessories. First off, we do get the shield, which is a very nice shield. Kind of has a snake aesthetic to it, which I do really like. There is a little bit of painting you do have to do with this kit, though. It does give you the option of stickers, but I really don't like using stickers aside from the decals. So I went ahead and painted it as best as I could. These little white strips right here need to be painted in, and the eyes and quote-unquote eyes and quote-unquote forehead camera have to be painted in with clear red. But it does look really nice. Very nice shield. The fang can come out and bend down a little bit, kind of be like a grapple, I guess is what it's for. And we do get this piece, which is the shield connector. So we can go ahead and put it on that way, and it sticks off of the arm quite a ways if we do it that way. And if we were to take it off, we can actually peg this peg into the shield, and by doing it that way, brings the shield a little bit closer to the arm. More like a lot closer to the arm, but... And as you can see, that does look pretty nice with the shield on there now. And as you can see, that's where I decided to put the decal. And for other accessories, we do get the 1:100 scale Quattro Rababa winner. Looking fairly nice in his unpainted glory. We get the regular action base connector, which has come with all the same wing kits. We get the same style, or the same hands that we've gotten before with the wing kits for the interchangeable hands. We get the, hang on, I have a bad nub. We get the split open fingers, and we get the 2 empty gripping hands, and we get the 2 gripping hands with the tooth in the middle of them, as well as the default fists. We also get this beam submachine gun, which can fold up for a storage mode. And by unfolding it, all we do is just pull the handle down and rotate that guard out. There we go. We've got pretty much a beam Uzi for Sandrock to use. So we can pop that finger off and replace it by connecting that in there. And there we go. So he can hold it really nicely. It does look pretty good in his hand. And go ahead and just pop it out. I'm going to use the other fingers real quick for something later. And fold it back up for storage mode. And you can come back here around to the back, and there's this little piece right here in the back skirt that will correspond with this peg. And it just clips in right there. So there we are. And we do also have his signature weapons. Get him out of the way because these are huge. We get the beam or the heat Shotels, which come with 2 of them, and as you can see, they stand up taller than the Gundam itself. So yeah, pretty huge, pretty nice heat Shotels. And the silver on the blade is actually given to you like that. It's a rubbery silver plastic, so it does come off looking pretty nice. And you can actually, I haven't ever done this really, so yeah, there we go. You can actually take the blade off, and it gives you the heated up blade option, which just ends up sliding in. Come on. What am I doing wrong here? Ah, there we go. Just slides in and clicks into place like that, and we have a clear red heat Shotel to make it kind of look like it's glowing red, so it's heated up and ready to slice through metal. But I really don't like that option because I just don't like the way it comes out clear. I might end up painting that like a fluorescent orangish red in the near future, because that would end up showing up really well in a black light. Which, real quick, I want to test something. Yeah, nope, nothing. No reaction to a black light with these clear red pieces. And the handles for the heat Shotels can actually fold up and out of the way. And it does correspond with the backpack, which, I'm just going to take this off because it ends up getting in the way, and excuse my hiccups, and excuse Sandrock's arm just deciding to randomly pop off. I've never had that happen before. Anyways, just come in here to the back and take either one of the heat Shotels, it doesn't matter which one, and this little clip right here, if you can see which one I was pointing at, this little clip right here will actually peg into that spot right there. Just like that. And then that latch folds up over the handle. And it locks it nice and solidly in place, so there's nothing really going to fall out there. Overall, a really solid kit, and that's kind of what I've expected with these Wing Master grades. And as you can see, he can still stand. He may be a little bit back heavy, but he is not standing using those heat Shotels as support. So that's really nice. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and take the shield off and swap it over to the extended out connector. And before I just show off the heat Shotels going in his hand normally, I wanted to show off that the there we go. And there we go. The heat Shotels can actually connect onto the shield with these two little clips right here, and then there is a it just slides into the slot, the empty slot right there for where the handle goes. And we get this nice like scarab pincher look, and they are geared, so you move one, the other one moves, and it does get this nice chomping action. And we could just put the shield back on his arm, and now it does get a little weight issues going with for it this way, but it's just a matter of posing him, and then he'll be able to stand up on his own with it. And that does look pretty nice. Extend it open, close it shut. It's going to slice a Leo right in half. And good thing that all just came apart, because it helped me with what I wanted to do. I also forgot to mention the beam submachine gun. These two ports right here on either side of the shield can actually clip in, or the beam machine gun can actually clip into them. So that is a pretty cool option too, that I always end up overlooking because it's just so minuscule, and I don't really like the beam submachine gun all that much. Anyways, go ahead and just pop the fingers off and take the handle and rotate it around, and just peg the hand into the peg on the handle, and plug the Shotel into his hand. And just do the same on the other side. And he can hold the Shotels quite nicely, I found. For being really big blades, he does end up holding them quite nicely, and it doesn't really counterweight him all that much. And there is another option that you can do for the Shotels, which if we go ahead and pop off one of them, I'll just leave it like that for right now, and take the handles, and there's actually a groove in this, or there's actually grooves in the handle, in the base of the handle right there. Excuse me. There we go. But yeah, there's actually grooves in the bases of the handles, and by turning this one around, we can actually have him holding a dual-ended heat Shotel, which ends up looking extremely badass. It just takes up a lot of space to do so. So, it's very nice to do. Really like all the options they give you with this kit. A lot of stuff going on. Not as much as heavy arms, mind you, considering he's got missiles, and more missiles, and then a minigun on top of that. Houston, we may have a problem. Okay. Sometimes posing with the heat Shotels does get a little problematic. They do like to come apart and come out of the hands, but aside from that, it's usually a fairly strong connection. I usually only have problem with them when I knock them out of place. And just get the shield back in there. So there we have Sandrock. An overall really nice master grade. I do like the wing aesthetics with the Katoki redesigns. Just overall very nice. Everything looks great, and but still, out of these three, I really do think that Heavy Arms steals the spotlight. Although there is a little bit more extra that you do have to do to make Heavy Arms look great. Sandrock is more straight out of the box. All you have to do is just panel lining, which there's a lot of panels you have to do, and the decals. And I know some people aren't into that. They just like to do the straight build, which is fine. So really, if you're into straight build, the Death Scythe or the Sandrock is one of the better ways to go. But out of these three, I honestly do still prefer the Heavy Arms. Now, when I get to reviewing Shenlong here, we might have he might end up stealing the spotlight. I'm not quite sure yet on how I want to place the final verdict on it. But overall, very nice kit. If you do like Gundam Wing, I do highly suggest you pick any one of these guys up. Being the series with five lead Gundams right away in the first series, and all 5 of them being basically for the same team, it's essentially you have to end up getting the full team. And see if we can fit Wing Proto Zero back here somewhere, because he deserves to be in the shot still too. Yeah, there we go. So far, the 4 wing kits that I've reviewed, and well, yeah, once again, just I do recommend this kit. It was a very fun build. Now, if you've built the wing kits before, one thing that you do have to be aware of is the inner frame is almost exactly the same on every single one of these kits. So if it does get really repetitive when you build this same inner frame 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times maybe, but as you see, I've built it quite a few times. I still do enjoy the build, and when and if I ever do get Ultron, it's never going to get old for me building the same inner frame over and over again. And in fact, I almost wish I had another wing kit, just any version of a wing kit, any one of these that I've already done, just to make a just to have the inner frame on display, because I really do like the inner frame system that these guys use. And anyways, this has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review. There's going to be a little bit, obviously I've got a little bit more master grades to show off. I've got Shenlong, Death Scythe Hell, and coming up soon, and we'll see how those come out. And I hope you guys like this video review. Once again, I do highly suggest you pick up any one of these wing kits if you're into the Wing series. They're very fun builds, even though the obvious ones, or it's obviously not Okawara's designs, but as I've mentioned before in my other reviews, I don't think we'll see any of Okawara's TV show designs for these mobile suits anytime soon. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Anyways, this has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review, and I will see you guys next time.